So I got a few comments on one of my videos asking me about the hyperglider and basically going over like the locations of it and basically talking about it and how to fly it. And I didn't think that many people were actually wondering about this, but apparently there are a lot of you. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the hyperglider, giving it a whole review, showing you the location, the price, my thoughts, how to fly it, everything you could possibly know about the hyperglider in this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. And let's work out why do so many players consider this vehicle to be the best vehicle in the game right now. So let's start off with one of the most important things to know about the hyperglider, the location. Where can you go to purchase this vehicle? So in chapter 1, it was kind of by the town, like in the map expansion kind of area, and then it got moved to the airport. Now it's actually at the volcano area. So you've got the villain base just over there, and then down here you will see the hyperglider right here by this lava area. As you can see the boats coming across kind of near that dam and near the place where you drop off the crate in the jewelry store, and it costs 5.5 million cash. It is the most expensive land vehicle in the game, and it's the third most expensive vehicle overall, with only the Nighthawk and the BRT costing more. So I already have it, but if you don't have it, make sure to get 5.5 million. Before you even comment, because I know there's going to be a few of you asking me this, I recommend this vehicle over every other vehicle, over the BRT, over any new vehicle they add. The hyperglider, in my opinion, is the best. I literally use it religiously. So as you can see right now, I'm driving on it, and it does go pretty quick with the supercharged engine, as you can tell. So if you just want to use this as a normal bike, it works quite well. Drifting is quite interesting. It drifts very weird. It's pretty quick on the drift, but sometimes it could be a little bit too quick. As you can see there, you sometimes do a little 360, and of course, like any other bike, you have the boost system, and if you use the boost, you do a wheelie. Why does it cost 5.5 million? Well, there are two features that the bike has, and it has, first of all, is, as you can see, there is a giant cursor on my screen this whole time. It has missiles. So if we click this little missile button, if you're on PC, you'll see at the top, there's like a help menu, and you'll see the little missile button. It fires missiles quite regularly, and these missiles do 35 damage per hit, which means if you want to kill some of these, it will take 3 different bullets. We're going to go on a public server at the end of this video, and we're going to test this hyperglider out using it as a weapon to see how good it really is. So okay, so it's a fast vehicle. It's pretty good when you use boosting. It's not too great at drifts, and it can fire missiles. Why does it cost 5.5 million, you might be asking? You might have noticed that there is an extra button. It is like an arrow with like some wings. What is that? It is actually wings. You want to make sure that the wings are open, and you might be like, how can I fly? So we've got a ramp, and most people will probably go on this ramp not knowing what to do with it. They've got the managed to find out how to open the wings, and boom, that's it. It's awful. What? That is so bad. You utilize the boost. So when we don't have the wings open, the boost works as like a wheelie, gives you a little bit of a speed boost, but mostly it's just for a cool trick. But if you have the wings open and you use the boost, you can fly. So here we go then. I'm going at full speed. We're going to go up, and then I'm going to deploy the boost, and as you can see, the boost pushes me up. So the boost basically propels you up, and it forces you to go up. And you can use this to kind of weave down. If you aim down, you'll go faster, and if you aim up, you'll go slower. So you can basically use this to kind of glide in a way. If you're in the air, the boost doesn't regenerate. You have to be on the ground. As you can see now, I've landed on the ground, and the boost is regenerating. This means that you can't just stay in the air as a hyperglider loads of times. You actually have to come back down. You don't actually need to go off of a ramp or like a ledge to activate the boost. As you can see here, we've got a flat road. I'm gonna drive forward, and I'm just gonna boost, and if I hold down the boost button, it will lift me up off the ground, and then I can boost. As you can see here, we went from that town, that gas station in the town, to this gas station in the town, and you can actually take the boost. You might have noticed, if you go in these gas stations, they will fill up your car health and also give you nitrous. It is amazing, and I think 5.5 million is good. In chapter 1, it cost 5 million. It was added in season 6, and it's been up to 5.5 million in chapter 2, which I think is quite fair. Just before we go on a public server to test out these missiles, I'm going to spawn the hyperglider, and we're going to see how good it can be from prison, because of course most of you are going to escape from prison, and if you have the hyperglider, you're going to spawn it. So how far can you go just based off of going straight, no ramps, just the boost? We're going to go away, and there we go. So we're already past the prison. As you can see here, we're going past the desert right now. We would have got to Pyramid easily, and as you can see here, we're going to see how far we can actually go. So we're going past the criminal base right now. There you go. We're going round to the bank. Could we make it to the casino? I think we can, you know. Yes, you can. There you go. From prison to casino in one boost. So yeah, that is the hyperglider. It is an amazing vehicle, but before we end this video, we're going to go in a public server, and we're going to test these missiles on some criminals, and we're going to see how good they actually are. We've got actually a little person that's just AFK here, so we can actually use this person as a little test dummy. So once it gets to that point, that is when it's max locked on, and sometimes, as you just saw there, you're going to shoot yourself. Aiming slightly to the right of this person, and it's not getting them, and if I aim straight, there you go. So it also has splash damage, as you saw there. I'm doing 16, doing 20, doing 7, and I can just kill this person right now. The missiles aren't great, but as you can see there, if the marker looks like that, that means the lock-on is on max, and that means you'll get the most accurate shot. The longer you spend aiming at someone, the more accurate the missile will be. That is pretty much it with the Hyperglider. So what do you think about the Hyperglider? Let me know in the comment section down below. In my opinion, it's the best vehicle. I recommend you buy it, save up for it. I know it costs a lot, but trust me, when you get it, it will be worth it, as I've just landed in the Ferris wheel. Look at that. Thank you all so much for watching this video. My name is DMD, and as always, peace out.